G'day, welcome to Cool Cars here on GiltrapTV. Coming up in the August edition, Valhalla is coming. No, it's not a Vikings thing. The top comes off the 765 LT from McLaren, and we drive Skoda's Superb plug-in, the IV. First up, the Goodwood Festival of Speed, which yet again proved it is the biggest show, the best show on wheels. And yet again, every brand, every driver out to steal the show on the March's driveway. And that included the Lamborghini Essenza. What a machine. And also the Huracan STO, which is on its way to Lamborghini Auckland. We also spotted a Kiwi having a run, Liam Lawson, who drove Vettel's old F1 Red Bull car, sort of a bonus prize following his debut win in DTM. And just a few days back, he followed that up with a double DTM podium at the Lausitz Ring.
Foot coming under attack pretty soon afterwards from the Ferrari of Liam Lawson, who dived down the inside, and he went through into turn 2 to demote the pole sitter back down to third place.
But it was Seb's new team who created one of the big talking points, not just with the Valkyrie's run, but with the public unveil of the Aston Martin Valhalla. Mr. JWW did the honours at the unveil, and he also filmed one of his great walkarounds.
Well, the headline figures with this car is it's 950 PS, which is around about 937 brake horsepower. So that's one way of doing that. It's built entirely around a carbon fibre tub. Music to my ears is this car is now, wait for it, a flat plane crank 4-litre twin turbocharged V8 hybrid. So we're not downsizing just yet, which is great news. And I know I say this a lot on this channel. I'm not sure if the camera's doing it justice, but the sculpture of this thing is drop dead gorgeous. Check out this detail here. Look at this. Now you can see the tires. The car will be capable of around 217 miles an hour.
And we've got the link to that full walk around on this week's Cool Cars. We also find this from Aston Martin, the DBS Superleggera in onyx black with gloss black alloys. Also the new e-tron GT is at Giltrap Audi in Daytona Grey. This one comes with a B&O premium sound system. And speaking of green machines, we got out on the road in the new arrival to New Zealand, the Skoda Superb IV. It's a plug-in hybrid electric vehicle, a PHEV if you don't want to say the whole name of it. What's the key points? A 62k range on a charge, but if you combine that with the petrol engine, wait for it, 930 kilometre range. Well, the first thing you notice in the IV is, well, quiet. It's an EV, but outside they can hear that speaker, and the sound is awesome. Listen to this. It's straight out of a 70s or 80s sci-fi. It's brilliant. This is the sound we used to think cars would make in the future. Now we're in the future and they're making that sound. Anyway, let's talk about now. And at Giltrap Skoda this week, along with the IV, is this 2016 Skoda Yeti Monte Carlo. It's a candy white with those super handy VarioFlex seats. And at McLaren Auckland, the only Aurora Blue 720S Spyder in New Zealand, and it has the super cool electrochromatic roof, and you can actually check out our link to the walk around with the 720S Spyder to see how cool this roof really is. Almost a touch of magic. And speaking of magic, McLaren really have that at the moment. From their resurgence in Formula One with Lando Norris and Daniel Ricciardo to the cars they're making. In fact, speaking of Ricciardo, check him out in the new Artura.
Mate, the way the e-motor comes in, ooh, how could you get bored of this? Coming in hot. Ooh.
And if you want to know more about their plug-in supercar that is on its way to New Zealand, check out the link on this week's Cool Cars. But it's not just the Artura. McLaren have unveiled their latest creation. It's the 765 LT Spyder, and I love the slogan for this car, for the fearless. Now the topless 765 LT is just 49 kilos heavier than the coupe, which is pretty darned impressive. So is the acceleration, 0 to 100 in 2.8 seconds. But the best part, the titanium exhaust. I'm calling it the new Fab 4. And you know we wouldn't let you down. We've got a link to the walk around with that 765 LT Spyder in this week's Cool Cars, which as always, we hope you enjoy.